Right, hello everyone, this is AJ, and most of you who know us already know that this is like a re-recorded video. We got some updated results and updated packages, which is why I'm recording this again. But essentially I'm going to be explaining who we are, what we do, and how we can help. So first of all, we are growth creators. Now what that means is we basically help you through every step of the process to getting more listings and sales. I'll touch more on that in a minute. Now for those of you who know us from before, we had one package only and we guarantee 30,000 listing commission value. However, now we built two packages separately. A smaller package for the brokers trying to get their foot in the water and try this all out, where we guarantee 15,000 after 90 days. We also have a bigger package for those established brokers that want to take a huge leap, where we guarantee 90,000 in 90 days. Now, just so you know what listing commission value is let's say we get you an appointment with someone who has a listing worth $1 million. If that listing is worth 50,000 to you, we basically got you 50,000 in listing commission value. Now, we can't guarantee the close because sometimes sales cycles take long and that might close after the 90 days. Anyways, though, who are we and how do we even have the right to talk about this? Just so you can see, here's some results that we've gotten. We work with a broker right now and we got him a cruises yacht listing in around a month, and it was worth around 237,000 currently listed. And just so you can see some of our campaign results, this was through the month of January, which is usually a slow month. We got around 18 leads and probably 80 or 90% of them were qualified. And this is the month of December, we got 23 leads. Now, to explain our entire system briefly, I will dive deeper into each one of those, but we essentially take care of all these steps. First of all, lead generation. Second of all, funnel creation. Third of all, appointment setting and qualification. Then we build your brand so you're well known in the space and you're someone who everyone easily goes to. And on top of that, we have a sales course we offer as a bonus in case you want to hone in on your closing skills. Now, there's always two questions that always come up whenever I say this. What about relationships? Isn't this a completely relationship-based industry? Well, yes. We don't get rid of that. What we do is we enhance that. So you get to build your relationships faster, quicker, and more in-depth. On top of that, you might be wondering, well, are you guys a brokerage or a third party, or what exactly are you? We're exactly that. We're a third party that joins you with your efforts. So we are completely separate from a brokerage and we are not a brokerage. Now, for the actual system, let's speak about scaling as a yacht broker. Now, before that, let me just tell you the story of how we came to be. So we essentially started off in real estate, and that was like our first industry, and we built the system in real estate, and it was working wonders. However, we realized real estate wasn't the niche for us. Now, we may go back to that later down the line. However, we realized yachting is the way we want to go. And we also found out that there was a gap between yacht owners and buyers and actual yacht brokers, and we could fill in this gap. And so that's when we crafted the growth creator system and implemented it for yachting. So this has four major steps. First of all, we have lead generation. So in lead generation, we run paid ads specifically, and that's where we get the bulk of our leads, as you saw before. Now, in terms of platforms, we found Facebook and Instagram to work best. We are testing out LinkedIn, but that's still in like the testing phase, so I don't know if LinkedIn ads work as well. Now, the next step we do is we build you a strategy. And essentially, the whole point about this is you want to know who we're going to target, where we're going to target them, how we're going to target them, and how you're going to reach them. On top of that, which leads me to the next point, you also need to have a good lead magnet. Now, the point of a lead magnet is you have to have a reason to stand out. You have to have a reason where yacht brokers will look at you and be like, or your owners will look at you and be like, this guy is different. I want to work with him. And another thing you really have to do if you're setting up some campaign like this is have different ad angles. Just so you know, look at all these different ads. They all look quite similar, aren't they? Well, look at these. These are literally the same color schemes. However, we noticed that this ad in specific got us 80% of the results for this specific client. So just imagine that. One specific ad got 80% of the results, even if they all look the same. So have multiple ad angles and make sure to target many different audiences. Now, the next step is actually building a funnel. Now, what's the point of a funnel? So we have two major steps or major reasons we build a funnel, and that's to educate the audience and to pre-qualify them. Now, pre-qualifications, that's completely optional. You can add like a form or just something of the sort to ask them questions to make sure they're the right fit for you. On top of that, we educate the audience by telling them who you are, what you do, give them some case studies, show them why you are the right fit for them and why they should work with you. On top of that, you might be wondering, well, is a funnel a website? Well, not really. A funnel is optimized for conversions, and it's a step-by-step process we push the leads through so we can complete the sales cycle. Here's an example. We just gave the lead magnet that I mentioned from the previous step where they could claim it, and on top of that, we gave back information on our broker. You can get all back information, case studies, show them who you are, what you do, and all that sort of stuff. Now, after that, you might be wondering, well, lead quality is a huge issue in this industry, so how do we deal with that? We actually have an in-house sales team that will reach out to the leads for you. And we try to reach out to those leads 5 to 10 minutes after they enter the pipeline. because speed to lead is very, very important in the context of sales. On top of that, we have automations. So let's say we have like a text campaign or an email campaign that gets sent out automatically as soon as they enter the pipeline. And another thing this sort of automations helps us with is long-term nurture sequences. Let's say a yacht owner came in but wants to sell in the next 6 months. We don't want to just not talk to him and then after 6 months pitch our services. We want to keep him in the loop, give him free value, and so after the 6 months, the person he goes to is you. That's the third step, and now for the final step, which is probably one of my favorites, is building your brand. So we found that LinkedIn is probably a gold mine for yacht brokers. Facebook and Instagram also work very well, which is what we're working on building. However, what we basically do here is build your brand and make you known in the space. And so essentially, whenever people say your name, they're like, yeah, he's a yacht broker that I love working with. And on top of that, you might be wondering, well, how do we do that? We just make high value, good posts made for your ideal clients. For example, on LinkedIn, we might make posts that your ideal clients would find super, super valuable. Or we might make sort of videos explaining them, or like tutorials on how they can maintain their yacht. And yacht owners would see that, find it valuable, and want to work with you. So that's basically the explanation of the entire system. Just so you guys know, you can book in a free consultation with me by clicking the button down below. I'll see you there, and cheers!